Hi boys and girls, welcome to Monday, April 27th. I hope that you had a great weekend and that you're ready to get started with some new learning this week. This week we're going to focus a little more on using the standard algorithm for multiplying two-digit numbers together. So I'm going to create a short video for you that you can go back anytime this week and review and watch to help you out. The two-digit numbers that I've chosen for today are 36 and 24. So we're going to multiply 36 times 24, and I'm going to set this up using place values so that you can see where the ones, the tens, and even the hundreds will be, because as you probably have already guessed, the product of 36 times 24 would be greater than 100. So to begin with, I've got some colors created that I hope will help you out in this two-digit by two-digit multiplication problem today. You're going to notice that I first have in red 36 times 4. And that's where I want you to look at starting first. When you begin multiplying these numbers together, 36 times 4 is where you're going to start. So we're going to look at our ones place. Of course, we've always started in our ones place, whether we've been adding or subtracting, and now that we're multiplying and using the standard algorithm, we're going to do the same thing. So I know that 6 times 4 is 24. I'm going to put my 4 in, and I'm going to carry up my 2, I'm going to circle it up here, to rest right on top of my tens. So again, 6 times 4, which is 24, is 2 tens and 4 ones. My 4 ones are in the ones place, and my 2 tens have been carried up to the tens place. Now that I'm done multiplying 6 times 4, I'm going to multiply 4 times 3. So 4 times 3, which is 12, plus the 2 more I circled on top, makes a total of 14. So by the time I'm finished with this first step, 36 times 4, I know that my product is 144. Now I'm going to begin multiplying the tens. And I want you to think about the number 10. The number 10 has a 0 in the ones place, of course, and that 0 is going to be very important when you do your two-digit multiplication, because before we can actually start multiplying these blue 2 tens, which I can see I have in blue, I'm going to need to remember that I have to put something below the 4 in my ones place that will not change the value of that 4 to represent what would be two groups of 10. Two groups of 10 would of course be 20. So I'm going to put a 0 here. So just think, again, in this number 24, 20 plus 4, you know that you have two groups of 10, which is 20. So I'm putting my 2, which is here, and my 0, which is there, before I can actually start multiplying the next group of numbers. And the next group of numbers I'm going to be multiplying now are going to be 36 times 2. 36 times 2. I know what 36 times 2 is. I know that 36 times 2 is 72. But let's see where that comes from in the standard algorithm. So 2 times 6 is 12. And I'm going to carry up my 1. Again, put a little circle around it just to remind me that it's there. And then I'm going to be multiplying next 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 1 more. And you'll see the 72 built into what now is a product of 720. And I know that if I was to multiply 36 times 20, that answer would be 720. 36 times 2 is 72, and it has to be 10 times greater because I see the 0 on that 20. So making 72 10 times greater gives me a product of 720. My last step is to then add those two rows of numbers together. So the product of 36 times 4, which is 144, and the product of 36 times 20, which is 720. So I'm going to be adding 144 plus 720. So 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 1 plus 7 is 8. And that gives me a product of 864. Again, please review, pause the video, or stop it as often as you need to, and practice this 2-digit by 2-digit standard algorithm with me throughout the week. Boys and girls, I hope you have a great day.